out on LinkedIn. That's how I caught wind of this meeting. So I appreciate you doing that, Randy.
Oh, sweet, man. No, we are slowly getting this thing up and rolling one way or another. The QGIS US group is gonna happen. But we've got Dr. M. How's it going, man? Yeah, I got plans, and I've been talking to. I'm hopefully next month we're gonna get somebody talking about AI. Maybe I gotta shoot some more emails and discuss, but we shall see. And then sprinkle this thing with like user stuff. Luckily, we got Vitor, who is. Let's see. I met him in Tennessee. He's living in Brazil. He works for Lutra in England. He's a man of the world. He's been a little bit everywhere. And then trying to track down. I actually spoke with a guy in Kenosha, Wisconsin, and I won't do the accent. Like I've been talking to him off and on. We just randomly met over QGIS stuff, and maybe get him to present at some point. They're running a whole water utility with QGIS, and then
Nice.
yeah, it's pretty cool. So we're gonna try to track down like North American user stories or US user stories of people doing QGIS things, just to show that it's a thing. That's
a super helpful thing. I think that with the couple of clients that we have that are open source, like that's always the barrier to entry, is they want to know somebody else who's doing it. Like, and it's one thing to tell people like everybody who's doing it in Europe, but if you can actually give examples of people they can call up in Tennessee or wherever, it's a lot. It's closer to home.
Oh yeah, and that's been at all the Birds of a Feather meetings, especially the one in St. Louis and then the one in Reston. That was kind of what people were grasping for. Other people that have been doing this, other people that have been working with QGIS. So we're just going to track down whoever we can and get them to talk. So if you know somebody that is using QGIS and they are itching to talk about it, shoot me an email. Hopefully
I'm
this
not
one
itching to talk about it, but it's what I do for a living.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's we're just kind of playing it by ear, man, seeing what happens. So I figure we'll give. It's 5 minutes. How many people we got here? 16. We're getting there. I was hoping between 20 and 30 or 40, but we're slowly making.
I think we should reward the people that come on time.
Everybody gets a free copy of QGIS.
Seriously, let's just go. I don't have a lot of time. I mean, I don't want to be that person, but that is my least favorite thing. It's like, let's wait for the stragglers. Let's just.
Oh, come on. No man left behind. No man or woman left behind. So before we get started, Doug, not that I'm trying to put Doug on the spot. When is the next North Carolina meeting?
I believe that's on March 3rd.
Okay. So March 3rd.
I want to be part of that, Doug, because I live here in Greensboro and I know nothing about it.
QGIS North Carolina.
I can't hear you, Doug. Is it just me?
Yeah, Doug. Yeah, you sound like you're in a can.
Sorry about that. Carolina's QGIS is state, and we just got the agenda together. It's going to be about an hour meeting. It's going to be on March 3rd. We just haven't seen the announcement yet. I think that's going to happen this week.
Yeah, and I'll send you, Bonnie. I've got some of the info, so I'll send it to you.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, and so North Carolina, and I would say Hassel, Bernie, Bernie Drahola, just because I don't want to hassle Doug, but yeah, maybe we'll hassle Doug too. Anyway, so without further ado, Vitor is the man. Am I saying your name correctly? I am saying, I hope.
That's perfect. That's
Okay, good enough.
yeah.
Like I said, I met Vitor in Tennessee. He's in Brazil. Works for an
Love
English,
Brazil.
and he's working on Mergin Maps, and Mergin Maps is this mobile data collection platform. We've heard of QField, and there's Mergin. So like there's two, and there's probably more mobile data collection stuff. I mean, the open source world has a lot of mobile clients, but Mergin's pretty fun to use. So without further ado, Mr. Vieira, take it away, man.
All right, let me share my screen with you guys. Just a sec. Perfect. Everybody can see my screen?
Yes.
Let me just accept someone that's waiting. And first of all, I want to thank Rainy for the opportunity to be here, and also thank him for reuniting the group together, QGIS US. That's very exciting, and having the opportunity to be here talking with you guys, it's awesome. And again, thanks Rainy for reuniting all of us now. So let's talk about field data collection. First of all, has any of you already heard of Mergin Maps? So imagine yourself out there in the fields with your team. Well, let me just admit somebody else. So imagine you're yourself out there in the field, collecting data, taking notes, registering points of interest. Everyone does it differently. Some use pen and paper, some use their own cell phones. And when they get back to the office, it's that endless hassle of typing everything again, searching for errors, recovering information. There's always some data left behind. There's always something lost. And with Mergin Maps, it's different. With a single app for your entire team, which is fully integrated with QGIS, all your data is collected right where you are, with GPS, notes, photos, and forms. Everything syncs instantly and works even offline. So no more emailing, flash drives, or manually gathering data. And the result is fewer mistakes, no double work. Everyone sees it right away, and your team's always truly working together during survey. And this way, Mergin Maps saves you time, reduces your costs, and makes everything more accurate, both in the field and in the office. So collect, share, and publish. What is Mergin Maps, after all? So Mergin Maps is an open source field data collection solution, fully integrated with QGIS. To be simpler, we bring all of QGIS directly to your phone. Just admit some folks here. We bring all of QGIS directly to your phone, allowing you to collect geographic information in a simple and reliable way. And the big difference is this one-button synchronization, where you press and that's it. All the data is updated across all devices, being the desktops with QGIS or the mobile devices. And all the manual work's eliminated, and that reduces errors and makes the entire data collection, organization, and management much more efficient. It also works fully offline, so you can do everything without any data connection. And when you're back, you just press this button again, and everything will be automatically handled. And we also have this no training principle, where people who have never used GIS or Mergin Maps tools, they can start to collect data instantly. Before talking further on Mergin Maps, I want to show a demonstration video so you can picture better what am I talking about. So first, I'm here in QGIS with my project, my layers, my background map, and I also have Mergin Maps plugin here. It's very simple. We only have 5 buttons. And I'll zoom into my area of interest. See, someone's speaking up and quietly repeating. Let me see who did that. Let me try to mute everyone. See right here. Wait, let me see. Can you hear now? I think now it's good, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody
Yep.
just put a note up saying they were getting a little bit of echo, but it sounds like it got a little bit better. So if you could just mute your mics and we'll keep going.
No, perfect. Let me just get back to the video then. So I'm right here in QGIS. I zoom to my area of interest. I'll set it as my map canvas extent. And all I do after doing that, after having my project, is to click the synchronization button here. And the plugin will automatically take care of everything. I can see the changes that I have locally and that I'll push to the server. And then I click sync again. And now all my data is on the server and I can access it from any mobile device. So I'll switch now to my iPhone where I can open Mergin Maps. It also works fully for Android. And then I'll search for my project right here. I do not have it installed right now. So after downloading, I can click to open and I can see I have the same project as I had on QGIS, the same map. And I can start to collect data. So I'll zoom in a little bit. I'll click on record to start recording on my point survey layer. And then after clicking record, I will add forms. Later, I'll get more into the forms, but you can essentially collect any type of data here. This is a simple form just to showcase, but you can take multiple pictures, for instance. Right here, we'll take one. Add the date, take notes, and much more. And after collecting the data, I'll simply press this save button right here. And my point has been collected. And now I will draw a building, so a polygon. So I'll click on the add button right here, and it will pop the layers. So let me just zoom in right here. Get back to that. So I'll click on record. I select my buildings layer, and now I'll start drawing. One thing that you can also do is click on our position tracking button, and this way you can go walking across the perimeter of your polygon, and Mergin Maps will be taking the points. So when you get back, when you finish it, you have the points on exactly where you walked or traced a path. So I'll start drawing the polygon. As you see, I am not the best polygon drawer of buildings. I missed some parts of the building here. And I can undo adding a point. I can remove a point that I've added. Later, I can edit this drawing. I click record. Now I have some other type, let's say, drop down where I can select between different values, and I can write some further notes and take a picture, for instance. This was in the great state of Tennessee. I know a great guy there. And then I save. And after collecting all my data, I could have collected dozens of points, dozens of polygons here. All I want to do is simply press this sync button. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And that's it. My data has been successfully synchronized, and I can access it updated on QGIS on other mobile devices. And back in QGIS, I still cannot see the data I've collected. And for that, I go to the plugin and click again on the synchronization button. I can see the changes that are incoming to my computer. So the pictures I've taken and the data I've collected, I press sync again. And now I can see the data directly on my QGIS. If I've collected data on my QGIS, I could sync and see on my mobile device too, and other QGIS desktops too. And if I inspect these features, I can see they have the exact same data I've registered, and also those pictures already in my computer. And the same goes for the polygon representing the building. So perfect. That was a short demonstration, practical demonstration. Let me talk about the ecosystem. So it's split between three complementary ports. The first one and the most important is the mobile app. This is the heart of the system and where the data collection actually happens. It works for iOS and Android. And after collecting the data, as you saw, you click on the synchronization and everything is sent to the server. The server is where you can manage all your projects, manage users, you can assign permissions, you can view the complete history of your project, and now you can also see web maps, so you can see the map of your project directly on the web application. And finally, but not less important, we have the QGIS plugin, which is the bridge between QGIS and the cloud. So any changes I've made on QGIS will be sent to the cloud and vice versa. And it also works between many different QGIS desktops. So if I have my project here and Randy has his project on other QGIS, we can be synchronizing between our QGIS. It doesn't need necessarily to pass through the mobile. Now let's talk about the good stuff, what makes Mergin Maps actually tick. Here are the core features, which are the toolkit, the complete toolkit for your survey, your field survey. So it works fully offline. You can download offline background maps too. So you can be out there for days collecting data, and when you get back to some connection, you can synchronize it. You can collect any type of data and customize your forms during your project. This will ensure that your project adapts to different scenarios. You can take one picture per feature. You can take multiple pictures. It works across all types and sizes of teams. So from a single team, so it can be only you, from teams of dozens of people, it will work. You can edit the geometry, edit a polygon, edit a point, edit a line directly from the mobile app. If you want to further accuracy, you can connect an external GPS receiver. You can have complex maps directly on your phone, and you can also control versions through the mobile web, formal web server. So diving deeper onto these core features, first we have the forms. So you can set any type of information to be collected from your mobile device, and things from external links, photos, calendars, automatic values, expressions, conditionals, constraints, everything that you set on QGIS will be set on the mobile devices, and all your team will see the same form. This way you will always have some consistent data collection process, and you can add unlimited layers, and you can change these forms during any time of your project. You can also collect any type of feature. So you can collect from a single tree to complex city assets, all the way up to polygons representing boundaries of your projects. And you can collect them directly on your cell phone. And as I said, you can be walking around with your phone. And if you're collecting a polygon or a line, Mergin Maps will automatically register these points based on a frequency that you can define on the configurations. And we also have position tracking. So let's say I will be collecting points through a path. I set it, and at the end, I'll see exactly where I've passed through during my data collection process. And what you define on QGIS is what you'll get in the field. So you're in full control of your project, and every mobile device shows the same map, the same layers, and the same elements as you set on QGIS. You can also import any background map you want. So from OpenStreetMap, Esri Maps, Google Satellites, Bing Aerial, or even your own local data sets with your project boundaries, let's say, you can add everything, and everything will be on your mobile device. And you can use QGIS tools like snapping, polygon overlays, measurements, advanced symbology directly in the app. And everything will be synced between QGIS and Mergin Maps, so your team will be always working with the data always updated. You can also always get back to a previous version. So in case of an emergency, if you had any issues, you can revert to a previous version. This functionality here of versioning is also very useful in compliance projects and time-based analysis and more. So you can see the changes that someone made. So I can see that Martin did this change, Peter did this, Jan did this. So I can always see what everyone's doing, and I can always get back to their versions. You can also connect Mergin Maps to an external GPS device, and all those features that work using a GPS will be using your external GPS. So when you're collecting a point, that point will be where your external GPS is. We work with most brands out there in the market, and soon we'll also have support for UDP connection to enhance further compatibility between Mergin Maps and these devices. And we have Python and a C++ API, which enable you to connect Mergin Maps to your own systems, your own business intelligence. You can connect it to your own PostGIS server and database, and you can have full control over your infrastructure. And as for pictures, and you can connect them to Google Drive, Amazon S3, Mini IO, and so everything that you collect on the field will be sent directly to these third-party services. Last year, we've also added the option for single sign-on, which is very useful, especially when you're dealing with user access in a company or an institution, so everyone can use your single sign-on management to log in with Mergin Maps and to create their accounts. And we've also added a feature for map and photo annotations. And these annotations are also synced. So if I have a tree, let's say, like this example, and I want to point to a specific tree in the picture, I can circle, I save the changes, and then when I sync, my colleague will see these annotations. Same goes for the map. So who's been using Mergin Maps out there? Mergin Maps works for a wide variety of industries, from environments all the way to utilities, from public services to precision agriculture. Mergin Maps is very flexible and can support many types of different scenarios and projects. And this way we work with many types of industries, and we are trusted by thousands of organizations and for more than 100,000 users. And all of these companies that you've seen, many of them have data residency, so all the data goes between their mobile phone directly to their servers. It doesn't go through Mergin Maps, so this way they have full control of their data. We have the Community Edition and Enterprise Edition. Later, I'll set the links for all of that. So thousands of people will rely on Mergin Maps for their daily data collection, field data collection, and surveying. Now, I want to bring you through some use cases on how Mergin Maps being used across the world. The first one is in Portugal. We're talking about IDEA, which is a water distribution compliance company in Portugal. They're a state-owned company which manage water distribution across more than 130,000 hectares in Portugal. And they faced a big challenge with compliance service. So each year they had to survey farms enough to cover at least 10% of their distribution area, but their existing tools often crashed a lot in the field or had unpredictable licensing costs. And to try to just accept someone, to try to get over this, they switched to Mergin Maps, which allowed their teams to easily collect complex questionnaires, sometimes with more than 100 questions, and take photos, link everything to their right land parcels. And many times they did it offline because they were in remote areas in Portugal. And when they were back online, they would sync it to Mergin Maps. And with our API, they would send it to their internal systems and to QGIS or ArcGIS in their case. So now they can run stable, they can do fully offline surveys, and they control all their data through this self-hosting, which is essential for this long-term compliance, especially as they deal with long-term contracts around their production area. Another interesting case comes from Australia. This is Wallcliffe Volunteer Fire Service Brigade. They are a volunteer group for firefighting that used to rely on paper maps, radios, and notebooks to coordinate wildfire response. And many times they would receive calls from the public or messages from the public to get information from the fires. And this information was not updated. It had something wrong. It had something to be corrected. And all this bureaucracy of using paper, radios would slow down updating all this information. And these minutes could cost a lot in firefighting. So they switched to Mergin Maps, and then all their volunteers can be collecting the data fully offline, depending on the remote region they are in Australia. And when they find some data, they share with the control centra. And now everyone works, all their volunteers, they work on the same map. And whenever they have some information from the public that they need to update, it's much easier, much quicker to do so. And this has been causing some great impact on their response to fire, making it much more reliable and faster and fast. And right here we can see a map they've drawn, Mergin Maps with fire tracks, also with some water sources that they could use. And later they would send to their systems. Here's some data analysis they were running based on the data they were collecting. And these were two use cases that I brought you, but Mergin Maps is used everywhere in many, many different kinds of use cases, as we saw from water management to firefighting. We also have a community you can join. You can always ask questions there. You can always suggest new features and enhancements for Mergin Maps. And we do have a complete documentation. And that was it. Do you guys have any questions?
Cool. So we got one from Jay. Do forms on Mergin Maps support? Let's see. Do forms on Mergin Maps support collapsing the tabs and group boxes in form setup with drag and drop designer in QGIS? So I guess, can you build a form in QGIS and then transfer over to Mergin Maps?
Yes, yes. You
Okay.
Let me just read his question to you. Yes,
okay.
you can you can set the forms that way, and on the app, they will be collapsible. You have groups, you have tabs. You can also control their visibility. So in case you need some field to only appear on a certain condition, you set it on QGIS and it will be showing the exact same way on Mergin Maps. And the same goes for the groups and tabs. So you can have a project with many groups and tabs on their forms of a layer, and it will work just as QGIS.
Cool. And you guys are getting ready. I may be jumping the gun. I saw something on LinkedIn. You're going to be able to mail a map out, email a map. Is that too
Yes.
soon? I should mention that. Okay.
That's a great point. So right now, let me just log in my Mergin Maps here. Let me show you guys exactly how it works. So I have my Mergin Maps project. I can select a project right here. And now we have this option, share map, where I just copy this link and I can send via email, I can send via a message to someone. And if I open this link, even if I am not logged into Mergin Maps, even if I don't have any account, I can log in and see the map that this person has sent me. And if I click, I can see the data that has been collected. So this will make it much easier to share your project. And you can have unlimited viewers. So you can share this link with as many people as you want. They cannot edit the data. For editing, they need to be a contributor, but they can see the data.
Sweet. Oh, you got another question. The share map, the community edition.
That's a great question. Yes, right now it's on testing. Let's say it has been released, but we're doing some further adjustments before expanding it to CE, but it will be available on CE soon.
Yeah, and the, oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Randy.
Yeah, the community edition he's talking about. I use Mergin quite a bit, and I actually have never set up a community service before, but it's like the free version. Like it's a little bit behind the cutting edge, but you can go out and collect your own data, set up your own server, and do your own thing.
No, exactly. With the community edition, you can also host your own data. It's as all the merging code was set to you, but you need to set it. So you would need to set these connections to connect your own databases and so to your own servers, but it's as it was yours.
I'll go ahead and kind of follow up. I don't want to take up too much of the Q&A, but this is Aaron. We've set up probably 5 to 7 clients on the community edition so far, and it's been working really well for them. Only 2 of them kind of use it daily, but regardless, what I'm getting at is what I would like to start doing in the future is kind of pocketing some of the contract money that we get from these folks and contributing back to the Mergin Maps initiative as a whole. What's the best way to go about doing that? Do we just like save up that money and put toward a specific endeavor? Do we just kind of donate the money kind of, or through FOSS4G? What's the best way to kind of see those funds realized and going to the people who, like you, who are evangelizing and developing and things like that?
So that's a great question. It's nice to see that you guys are using it on Community Edition. So you can always donate to the project, to Mergin Maps. You can always fund some new feature that you want on Mergin Maps, some enhancements, some change, some bug fixing. You can be always funding these kind of things. I can we'll get back with the team that deals exactly with that to ask them what is the best way, but that will be much appreciated.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Right, guys, any other questions? Things that you heard in Mergin Maps you want to share, or?
No, that's pretty awesome. I was trying to think of something else to add to it. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. And it's one, like I said, there's also QField, which is out. There's Mergin Maps. There's probably other stuff going on. But if you're ever curious, like that's always one of the questions I get as a consultant. Like, how do we go out and collect data in the field? Well, here's one way to do it.
Exactly, and you can always have like free trial. So in case you're deciding between multiple tools, or you just want to see how it works for you, you can have a 14 days trial with Mergin Maps. So you create your account, you have a 14 days trial, and you can test for your project and see how it works.
Cool. Well, I guess with that, if nobody has any other questions, I guess, hey, we made it through 2 meetings now. So I will be sending out an email on next month's meeting and attempt to, I've got some people I'm trying to track down for speaking. And again, if you,
I just
know,
want
know
to say
some,
thanks for your time. And
yeah, and Ed's a Mergin Maps user way over in the west end of Tennessee. But yeah, if you know somebody doing something with QGIS and you're just itching to talk, give me a shout and we'll work you in to get up here and talk. And there'll be more stuff coming up. I think at some point there's going to be a FOSS4G North America announcement coming. I don't know exactly when the blessing happens that we can scream, hey, there's going to be another national meeting, but stuff's happening. So other than that, I guess we're done.
Right. Thanks a lot for your time, guys. It was amazing to be here talking with you about Mergin Maps.
Yeah.
Thanks for the presentation.
Cool. Man, Vitor, you're awesome.
So you're awesome, Randy. Thanks a lot.
I'm just glad you were here. Like, we can run through stuff like this because there's a lot. Man, the QGIS world is huge and vast and complicated. So,
Are we going to make this a recording available for this?
oh, what was that again?
Are you going to make a recording available?
Oh yeah, did you record it?
Oh yes, I put it to record. I'll send you, Randy, the link, all the transcription of the recording.
Send me the link and I will. We've got a YouTube. I guess I'm going to co-opt the 2022 YouTube channel that we came up with for the national meeting and just start putting stuff up there. And then I'll share it through the website, LinkedIn, all the myriad of places that people share stuff at, and we'll get that one out.
Sounds good. Look forward to it.
Okie doke. Sweet. I guess I will drop off. And yeah, Vitor, just send me an email whenever you get the chance. So no rush.
No, perfect. Cannot wait to take a coffee with you in Chattanooga.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll be around there this year.
Get back up. We'll have some fun.
If anyone's ever across Nashville too, I'll be a lot of time around there too this year.
Yeah. That's awesome. Cool. Okie dokie, man. See you guys later.
Thanks, Rainy.
Good night,
See you
Ryan.
guys.